Hi guys, so today I'm going to work with my new, it's a celebration auto ship #1 from the Diamond Press Today special with the large card making, ultimate card making collection, if you guys recall. I already, I guess, unboxed this in a haul recently. It's not yet available by itself, but any other links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. But yeah, so this just arrived, and I've heard from a lot of you guys like to get to it because you guys want to see something from it. And so, you know, I have it here. Oh, you know what? I didn't put this away. I would have done this earlier, but I had the packaging and I couldn't find the stuff. I'm like, where did I put this stuff? And I had it in a pile of other items here once. Oh my gosh, you guys, I've been doing so much spring cleaning. But yeah, so I just recently worked on this card, and really pretty with the Crafter's Companion items. Yeah, I cleaned out like even the nail polishes I have in my room, my Crafter's Companion boxes. Down here I was destashing. I cleaned out my washroom, all those things I told you guys I wanted to do before the weekend came up with the long day, 4-day weekend with the kids. And still have more work to do. A lot of people were a little upset that the destash sold out so quickly, and I, you know, with one of the gals, I was like, you know, the thing is, there's only one of me, right? So I have things, of course, and then there's thousands of people, you guys watching. So like, even if I put 40 packages of things, 'cause I don't sell things individually, I try to make them make sense, like, okay, these dies or whatever. And I mean, they go really fast. I don't know what else to say, so I'm sorry. That's all I mean, I don't know. And then some people ask if I can schedule them. It's like, to me, honestly, if I'm working, like, I didn't think I was going to do my craft room that day. I went through and just pulled things together, and then you put them in groups of things, and I put them, you know, so I can take pictures real quick, and like, I just want it to go. Like, I don't want to schedule it days out, and then now I'm gonna send it out. Like, to me, it's a wild hair, and I'm done. So I'm sorry, you guys. You know, I think I do everything that way, but in my life and on my channel here. But anyway, thank you guys. Everyone, whoever ordered, it's already out. I sent it out. That's literally that next morning, because I think I posted the stash Friday night. But anyway. So thank you guys so much, and keep an eye out for another one. I have plenty of things. I mean, some of the stuff I had duplicates, I had triplicates. I was like, how do I have 3 of this? You know? So, and then, you know, just looking at things and making it hurt, but not quite yet, because I still have a lot of other things that would really hurt me to destash, but, you know, I kind of have to, so keep an eye out. But today we're looking at this auto ship, and we have the slimline dies. I was going to pull out the original just to see what it is I want to do today. I don't know, maybe I'll do a slimline, since I think I did one slimline last time. But we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 types of dies here. These border strips that you can also drop words in. This will continue on. I don't think in the very first iteration that had something like that, but in all the auto ships that will come next, they all have drop-ins and then like a border, so you're gonna have a whole like series of those to kind of play with. But happy birthday to you, and let's celebrate you. And again, this one's called It's a Celebration, so everything's kind of like that. I love the little banner. I was really thinking about doing the pinwheel one. We'll see. So your streamers, pinwheel, confetti, and then the balloons, which we've already looked at when I went through it. All they're showing you is that the stencil's big enough that you can do slim lines, the 5x7s, A2s, whatever, underneath there, right? And then the stamps like happy and birthday, which of course is happy birthday. Optional additions, you have that little strip banner here that you can do, you know, happy birthday, okay, my friend, or wishing you a happy birthday, or maybe even put it in the middle here. It's time to celebrate, you know, just different ways to play with those things. It's your special day, hugs and wishes, and then this cute stuff here. So, oh, that's kind of cool. They did the background in this, and you know, this computer generated, but they do a pretty good job of approximating what this might look like. Then they used a piece of this, just a piece of that on top, and that's where they stamped or whatever. This one, again, just a piece of that. Oh, it's this piece right here that they just kind of layered here. That's a fun idea. And, of course, all the other things. And then the balloon dies, which I recently worked with, so I don't know that I'll work with those today. But, you know, if we need an accent of balloon dies. And somebody asked me if this is different from what's on the Diamond Press site. I don't think so. Actually, I have those balloon dies right here. Where are they? I just saw them. Oh my gosh, I'm not kidding. Like, when I sat down, they were sitting here. Because I was looking for the stuff that was in here, and that's where I saw the balloon dies, and then I put them somewhere else. These are the ones that are on the site. I think this is this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it looks like this one. So you're missing these other ones that are kind of like the middle sizes of that. But this is what is there. And again, I already have another set of this, so I have a triplicate of those. So, which is funny because like people ask me all the time if I would sell them this or that or like these different things I get from companies. I don't sell those because I don't feel like it's kosher. Like, I don't know. I feel weird about it, but maybe I'll change my mind in the future once I have way too much stuff, right? Which I do now, but I just don't feel comfortable with that. And a lot of times I collect things too, so I like to have things. But like this one, I do have several, right? Okay, so then we have the stamps. Of course, we already saw all these things, but what I was thinking about doing, and then of course it comes with 4 of the storage, which is awesome. It did sell out on mydiamondpress.com. Hopefully they keep bringing them in, which is what I hope they're going to be doing. I don't know, because people really love them and I love them. I wanted to use the pinwheel, but I really like the banner too, and I don't even know what I want to do. So let me think about that. And because if I was to use this on a slim line, it's going to be long ways, right? But the pinwheel, I can kind of just play with however I want. I'll be right back. So this might be a bad idea. We will see. I want to use the pinwheel. I'm going to make a slimline card. And it's going to get pretty messy. And now I'm just trying to think if I want to put sticky spray on the back of this. Maybe if I stick it down well enough. Okay, so I have a piece of paper here that I have cut down to, I'm going to do a slimline, so 8.5 by 3.5, but I cut this paper down to 3 and 3/8 by 8 3/8, so just smaller than 8.5. And I'm going to stick it to the back here. Now, whenever we do something like this, what you can do, and I can pay attention, where do I want? Do I want like this? Or right down the center? So what's interesting is if we do it up here, then you're already kind of at the edge of whatever's going on. We'll put it like here. Is that we can tape this down from the back. And that'll help hold your stencil. But I am going to use glimmer paste on top of doing this. I'm wondering if I should do this a different way, but that's okay. Nope. Come on, buddy. Actually, I have a bunch of pieces already cut over here from a different project, so I'll get those since this isn't anything that's super necessary. The reason I'm thinking about doing like pixie spray or something is to really hold this down, because I'm going to use glimmer paste on top of this. And we'll see how it works out. Okay, so I have that, and then I'm going to tape this down to my surface. I should probably tape it in a way that works out best for me, but that's okay. And I'm just going to use a ton of different colors. Now what's fun about this one is I don't know where I put my purple top. I have a blue one here. That's fine. This purple is not part of like this pastels set. It came from a different kit. I believe it came from, oh, that one stencil kit, but it wasn't the snowflakes. I can't remember the name of it right now. But anyway, I'm gonna dip in here, get some purple, and we're just gonna stencil that out. And like I said, usually I start in the middle and go out, but I just did whatever this time. Okay, got a little in there, and that's okay. Let's go into some pink. Actually, I don't even have to take these out of the packaging. I don't know why I did. I can just leave the ink there and dab, dab, dab. But that's okay. There's the pink one down here. Alright, okay, so we did pink. And then maybe this kind of teal color. Maybe I should do a darker one, but that's okay. Oh, you can also mix and match the colors. Like if I'm doing this kind of teal color, if I want to start off with a darker one at the bottom, you can definitely do that. Or darker, going into the lighter. Okay, and maybe 1 or 2 more colors. Let's see. This would have to be 2 more. Ooh, lime green. This is gonna take a while to dry too, that's the other thing. You know, I like to make my videos and get going, so I might hit it with a heat tool. And I'm not talking about the inking, I'm talking about the glimmer paste. But if I do that, I'll have to do it very gently and kind of far away because the heat tool will sometimes puff up glimmer paste, things like that. Okay, and then yellow, just to add a different color. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that just like that. And here's the part where I can possibly mess this up. We'll see, hopefully not. Oop. Oh, I need a application tool. What I'm gonna do is kind of wipe off the extra ink. And we could have done that in between colors, because what happens is the color is still on this because it's plastic. And then you wipe it into the next one. Oh, that looks so pretty already. That looks really cute. But I'm going to let's see, this one good? Okay. I'm gonna add some of my Nuvo glimmer paste. This one's called Moonstone, and I think it dries clear. I don't really remember. That's the only thing I was looking at. I'm like, I don't want it to dry white. I want it to dry clear. So I'm just gonna get a little bit at a time since I didn't use Pixie spray, and I'm just gonna go over this, being very gentle about it because again I didn't really stick this down completely. You guys, I think this is gonna work out really nicely. And also because it's clear, if I did kind of get some squeezed out where I don't want it, it's not gonna be super noticeable. So I'm just gonna go through and add a little of this to every area, and I'll be back. And I'm doing just that's like carefully, you know, here and then here and then here. Last spot, I'm just kind of scraping off whatever's extra on top here, and I'll put it in this little spot here. Now the ink might spread because it's ink, and I don't, you know, it's water based. But what I'm saying is, as you're doing this, but I think we're good. That doesn't even look like. Yeah, it's a little bit dirty, huh? I probably shouldn't put it back in here. Okay, what I'm gonna do is wipe that off here because I can see there's some yellow. It's from that lime green. Okay. We'll cover that up. Now this is gonna be fun because I stuck this down so many ways. We have to remove all of that. So I'm gonna take this off. And on the back of this, I'm gonna be very careful. And you know what? I'm trying to think of how I best should do this. I am going to do this. That's okay, I can turn it over like this. I don't have to actually touch the surface. And I'm going to peel that away. And then we'll probably take that back part off once it's more dry. You know, so I just need that to be peeled away. Ah, okay. Now I'm getting a little crazy. There we go. Oh, that's so pretty. I'm having to go wash off my stencil. That's what I'm worried about more than anything. I don't know if you can see, but once it dries, it's going to be more sugary crystal looking. Oh, cool. Okay, I'm going to go wipe this off first and then wash it because you do have like little glitter bits that you don't want down your drain. Or at least I don't. So I'm going to wipe it with a towel, with a paper toweling, and then I'll wash it off. But I'll be back. All washed off, ready to go for next time. And still gonna work with this. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. I do have a little bit coming up here. I'm gonna take this off the back, and I can hear it not wanting to do that so much. So for me, because I'm working on a video, I have to keep moving, but for you, you might want to let this completely dry before you manipulate it so much. Oh, I'm putting my fingernails in there on the paper. Okay, I'm gonna leave these last two bits because it's gonna help me remove this and that little piece. I'm kind of turning it back, and I'm just going to use my heat tool a little bit and far away, so low setting and not close to the actual project. and help it start drying better or faster. How can you tell it's a little more dry? I guess I could touch an area. No, that was already on my fingers. That's not from right now. Yeah, it's feeling pretty crunchy. And you can kind of tell because it's more see-through, more crystalline. So pretty. Okay, I'm going to put this whole thing to the side. And I think what I'm going to do is I have this piece of white paper. I don't want just white on white, like even though we did our background. What I want to do is stamp, let's say it's your special day, on this white paper. And then I'm going to cut it out with this, kind of taking some inspiration from the info that they had there, like over here. And then I'm going to cut this out with like purple paper. Just bring some of that purple back up. So I'll cut this out from purple. Actually, I was thinking about writing the words in purple. Okay, let's do the words in that pink I used, I suppose. And I need my tool. And people ask me about this all the time. I had it linked until it sold out everywhere, so it's not available right now. The stamping press, this particular one. But more and more, all kinds of companies are coming out with them, but apparently they have to be from like overseas or else they get, you know, sued. Okay, let's put this here. And for now, I'm just going to put that there. Actually, you know me, I like to save my paper as much as I can. It makes more sense to cut it from here. And then these extra magnets, if you already have this press from Studio Light, are from a Crafts and Companion stamping platform that I never ever use. So I was like, well, they're just being wasted over there, so I brought them over here. And actually I have two more over there if I wanted to bring them over here. I'm probably going to do this a couple times because this is a very light pink. So where is my little buddy? There it is. I can do this without this, but I just like to make sure I'm hitting all the different areas. Oh, that's not bad, but I do want it a little brighter. And if you want to do a variation of color, you can do pink, maybe into some blue, into some purple, and just dab, dab, dab across. Alright, looks good. And maybe the pea can do a little bit more down here. Alright, and then I'm going to cut this out in a way that this is more over on this area. And I think to do that I'm going to use an aperture, so I'll be right back. Okay, so what I'm going to do to make an aperture is I'm going to put this on here. And just use that. What you need to do is make sure you're going to have a hinge, so that's why I put that little piece of tape. And I don't care what happens over here because I really want this to be at the other end of that die once I cut it. So let's take these things. And I'm just showing you this real quick. Obviously this isn't something that really needs an aperture. You can probably eyeball it, but I do want to make sure it's okay since this is like the only focal point really on the card. Trying to grab, oh, well, I was trying to grab a folder that I've been using, but I did go through and I have tons of these folders, you know, from Diamond Press. So for me, as I was doing my destashing, I also cleaned that up because I had just tons of them that are just cut into, and I was like, you know what, I guess it's time to get rid of some of those. Alright. Oh, we can use for something else. It's really cute. I forgot I had that stitching on it. I guess I could drop shadow. I always say that and then I don't, but we'll see. Because I already have something going on. But, so what you're doing is you're keeping that on there, and that's why you have the tape, so it opens up like this and it makes like a little window for you to see exactly where you're cutting, so that way it's straight, or it's where you want it. Generally I do this with like flowers or other die cuts, but for this I'm going to do it like that. Make sure to stick it back down. If you didn't have any extra tape, like here, I would put more tape, you know, on the other side. Like an extra piece of tape. And hopefully this doesn't move on me since it is kind of a long and skinny die. I still should have put more tape anyway. Let's see. Aww, pretty good. And like I said, I didn't care for this part because I'm going to chop that off anyway, so I just left that doing its thing. It did get a little wonky for some reason. Alright, and then I'm just going to run this one through. Just like this. And again, I don't need this whole thing, but because we were going to cut a piece off of it, but I'm still going to run that one through, okay? And I'll be right back. Okay. So cute. Where did I put the other? There we go. putting my dies back. Now I haven't cut a card base yet, but I'm trying to think how I want this. Sticking out a little bit like that, or completely in there. Kind of looks cute with the layer. And I'm gonna just stick this down flat because, especially because it got a little bit wonky on me. So, and then I'll pop this up from the base of the card. Cute. I'm leaving the tips just a little bit not glued since I'm kind of hanging them off of this. A little bit further in. Okay, so I'm going to hold that down and I'll be back. Okay, so to make yourself a card base, I cut down this piece of paper to 8.5. It's already 8.5 obviously because it's a A2 size paper by 7 in this direction, and that's just the size I like for slim lines, but you can do whatever you like. So I'm going to do a 3.5 on the 7-inch side, 3.5. This paper is really thin. It's just some, I'm finally getting to the very end of like Recollections paper that I bought like years and years ago when I was first paper crafting. So everything else after that is like heavyweight paper. It's not just like the 60-pound or whatever they do, 65-pound paper. Yeah, so I don't know if this is dry enough yet. I really need this to be dry because we are going to like stick it down, you know what I'm saying? Like I need to be able to push down on it so it stays flat, especially because we use that, or at least I use that glimmer paste, and it gets a little bit wonky. Oh my gosh, how pretty. I know there was some areas I had kind of missed. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, if I wanted to go this way and then have our, you know, your special day. Maybe there's too much purple over there, so maybe I should go this way and completely cover up this green one, which is a bummer. Actually, I can bring this down a little bit lower. Something like that, right? Okay, that's what we'll do. So, I am not going to really smooth this a ton with my hands, but I'm going to make sure that the glue gets to the very edge. That's important. So it holds everything down really well for us. And if you want to use a dry adhesive for this kind of thing, that's not a problem. It's, you know, just regular old paper, and it's just a card. The reason I like wet glues for everything else is because you want to make sure that's going to withstand the test of time. So I'm kind of giving it a zhuzh. I don't know if you see, I'm starting like over here and kind of pushing it so that the glue gets a little all over the place. And what I'm going to do, instead of just pushing it with my hands, because again, some of this might still be wet, I can see there's some wetness here and there, is I'm going to just take a second and smash it down. And then just leave it alone. So you can see it's pretty dry. I mean, there's just some few little glimmers here and there. But I just want to make sure that's nice and flat and adhered nice and flat. So, without using my hand to brush over it. And that actually looked really, really good. Maybe I'll leave a weight on top of it. I just want to make sure it's all nice and flat. That looks pretty good, you guys. Alright. I will be back. Actually, in the meantime, I'm going to just chop this piece off, take it to my guillotine, and just cut it off right here. Okay? I'll be back. You know, just to finish off the card, and I always come back before taking off the carriers. I just want to take the carriers off of this, and I'm just going to pop it up. And if you want to add, you know, a bow, maybe some of the balloons, I mean, there's lots of other ways, but I really want the work we did here to be kind of, you know, what shines. And then here, it's just our little sentiment. And I was thinking, do I want it like right here? And that's it. That's my card for today. Look at that. So cool. I love the way that worked out. And so we just have our inks, all different colors, and then plus that Moonstone Glimmer Paste. And of course all of those things linked in the description box. And it just, you don't need a ton of different glimmer paste, right? You can just make your own show up like this. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I will see you guys. I'll have images coming up. Again, whatever links that are available will be in the description box. Before I go, I just realized I kind of did to my card what I did to my nails, didn't I? That happened the other day too. I just kind of like, they're like, oh, they coordinate with your nails. I'm like, oh, I didn't even think about that, but maybe I did subconsciously. I did this yesterday because I had to cut this nail off completely, and I thought, well, something that's less distracting, you know, put some pink on these guys and then something clear on these guys. So there's that little nail, because I'm totally fooling you guys. You guys thought that was like super long, right? Anyway, all right, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you at the next one. Bye now.